Good evening, friends. Today I have reached at this Chandigarh Art Museum, which is in Sector 10, Chandigarh. As I have told you, Chandigarh is a modern and planned city. Modern in the sense, if we compare it with the other Indian cities, though it is 70 to 72-year-old now. And in front of you is Chandigarh Architecture Museum, which houses some of the works of great architect Le Corbusier, who designed this city. And basically, the urban planning and capital complex work were done by Le Corbusier. This is art museum in front of you. It houses various artifacts and ancient paintings and murals of Gupta period, ancient time. Some of them are from Indus Valley time also. So the time ranges from 2005 years to as late as 50 years old. After the partition of India, the artifacts which were lying in Lahore Museum, because Lahore was the capital of undivided Punjab, so the museum was there in Lahore. So after the partition, it was also decided that artifacts will be divided 50-50 between India and Pakistan. But somehow Pakistan cleverly played here also, and only 40% artifacts were given to India, and 60% of the artifacts and murals, sculptures, paintings, these were taken by Pakistan. And India never raised any objection towards this injustice, because so far we have understood Pakistan does not have great value for art and architecture. So this place is amidst lush green trees, and it's looking like as if you are in a forest. So because the great architect Le Corbusier, who designed this city, he told us, us means the contemporary world, that this city will be a city of trees. Chandigarh will be a city of trees. So in this design of Chandigarh Architecture Museum, you can see some of his robust ideas, like that exposed concrete, the planar forms, and that high ceiling and high pillars, or somewhat narrow in ratio, so that space looks expanded. And it was Corbusier's main focus when he designed these buildings in Chandigarh, in the capital complex Chandigarh, that a grandeur should be restored. The building should look grand. So I think videography is not allowed inside this museum. So I'll just try to have a video from outside of this building, because it's looking quite interesting and it's very good. In fact, it's nicely designed. And I think Le Corbusier's cousin, or one of his relative, Pierre Jeanneret, he has designed this. And you can see he has copied many of Corbusier's elements in this building. The facade, the planar forms, exposed concrete, ramps. So I'm quite mesmerized with this work actually. I didn't expect that I will see this kind of work here, because usually the cubist and purist work has been done in Chandigarh capital complex only. But as I told you, that this building was designed by Pierre Jeanneret, who was cousin of Le Corbusier, and he has worked with Le Corbusier tremendously. So Corbusian work and Corbusian approach can be seen here in this work also. Oh, it's looking very beautiful. Slush green area here. These trees are guava, some seasonal tree, the people. Uh, the upper floor is connected by a ramp, which was a Corbusier element. The glass facade. Landscaping was an integral part of Corbusier's architecture, and his cousin Pierre Jeanneret. I'm happy that he has justified it here in this building also. Just look at this tree. And the design of this building. I'm quite unhappy with those things which have been put over there. Somehow our people or the administration here, they don't understand. They don't realize that this place is very important and it's very beautiful, and we should not put all these things here. So after the end of this video, or after capturing this work, I will go to that office and I will complain about this. It's quite unfortunate, I would say, because it's giving a shabby look to this building, and such a haphazard manner they have put all these obsolete things here. I remember great architect Le Corbusier. He has designed one building named Carpenter Center, I think. And this building, or this Chandigarh Architecture Museum, is somehow looking like that building only. If I compare it with that Carpenter Center by Le Corbusier, the juxtaposition is there. One pediment which is coming out, then it's going down. You can see there. So it's resembling that Carpenter Center actually, for me. But hopefully that since Pierre Jeanneret, he was also a big architect, a good architect, in fact a very renowned architect himself. So he must have some different ideas. But because I have seen that Carpenter Center, so for me it's looking like another copy of Carpenter Center. There is one mural, a sculpture which is put outside. It must be work of some great artist, I would say. It shows that relaxation. I think one lady figure is put in this huge area. So it's giving a very beautiful look. It's adding beauty to this place. Now I'll take front view of this building. Again I'm saying that just look at this street light, that night lamp. It's not looking good. It's just obstructing the view. Somehow our municipal corporation or the local administration, they must realize that by putting all these things, they should not obstruct the beauty of this place or of this building. Now again, one more objectionable thing I have found here is that duct. I think it's a services duct, and they have put it here, which is the rear end. Rear end, if I say from that end, because that entrance is from that side of this building. But as the road is passing by, so if I drive or if I go along the road, then I would say it is the front side of this building, and there that duct is obstructing the view of the building. And what else they have done, I'm quite unhappy with that thing. They have put one board, one electrical board is there. The duct is there. At one and two places, the glasses are broken, and some cracks are also visible there. It's not good. Wear and tear for such an important building is not good, and the administration, they must do their work, and they should restore it, they should preserve it, and they should in fact conserve this architectural heritage, art and architectural heritage. So there in that art museum also, that Chandigarh Capital Complex, I would say that Palace of Assembly buildings, that canopy, they have copied it here. I don't think it is Corbusier's work. Maybe some Indian architect has designed it. Yeah, it looks like. But this work, I'm sure, it was designed by Pierre Jeanneret, Le Corbusier's cousin. And it's a very good work. It's a modernist architecture work. Just look at the facade, something, like architecture. Le Corbusier's architecture. Plane is going behind, pillar is coming out. Then again, one ramp is just hitting the whole facade. Exposed concrete, a drama is there. Means the whole block is placed inside a big cuboid, it looks like, and two parts of that cuboids are taken out by the architect or the designer, because architect is a limited word and designer is a comprehensive and huge, and in fact the definition of a designer is enormous. So I'm really happy to see this work. It's a very good work. Now I will try to go inside of this building. If they allow me to do videography, then I will capture. Otherwise, I'll only take the outside facade of this building now. Just look at that ceiling and that upper floor. Just look at this. What a drama architect has created. It's looking like an old tree intentionally or deliberately put near that ramp block or a staircase block, and it's looking wonderful. Wow, this is really great. Just look at that sculpture, the lady sculpture I told you, which is put in the middle of these two museums. The clear story window is there to let the light come inside. It's a ramp. Like other buildings of Le Corbusier, this building also doesn't have a staircase. The movement is through a ramp. A bright yellow color is there in front of this gate. It was another architecture feature of Le Corbusier. But steel railing is there. Just look at this block. An exposed concrete block with a clear story window. And I'm told that Institute of Art and Architecture is also nearby. So I'm sure that this place will allow future artists and architects to set new standards in field of art and architecture. So I told you that I will try to go on upper floor. So I have reached on upper floor with the help of this ramp. And just look at that architectural drama which I told you from ground floor or from the ground. Just look at this. It's looking wonderful. It's adding beauty. It's a very good work, and it's looking like the same carpenter center for me, which was designed by great Le Corbusier. I think that work is somewhere in Europe. I'm not sure the name of the place, or I'm not sure about that name of country. I think it must be in France or in Switzerland. But it's a very famous building, Carpenter Center, designed by Le Corbusier. And that Pierre Jeanneret, he was cousin of architecture. Sorry, Le Corbusier. So he has justified his uncle's work in this building. So very good drama, very good play of light and architectural features. The same thing, that steel railing, RCC parapet, building surrounded by the trees, that narrow column and exposed concrete. The planes are coming and going out. Just look at this. It's such a panoramic view. The drama of ceilings over here. The place is set amidst many trees and greenery. That's why it looks very beautiful. It's giving a wonderful look, and I would say people should come here. They should enjoy this place. They should learn some new things about art, architecture, rich history of India, because there in front of you there is Art Museum, which is housing many artifacts and sculptures, paintings, murals. So one should come with family or friends, and they should enjoy this place. They should try to get a glimpse of rich architectural and cultural heritage of India, which is fortunately seen in that museum. I have seen National Museum also in New Delhi, which is also very good. So it houses vast artifacts and sculptures, murals and paintings. So I would say this art and architecture museum is nowhere greater than National Museum in New Delhi, but it is also good. It's not bad. It's very good for this city or for this region. Just look at that view from here. So now I will take you to ground floor from here. This is a ramp which is connecting the upper floor to ground floor. Just look at that beautiful leaves. Wow. The winter season has just started, and it's the starting of this December month here. So, this tree, I think it is especially for this building only. Wow. Just look at the foliage of this tree. So that's Architecture Museum in front of you. It is very important building, and I'm not happy with the one thing that administration has not portrayed this building as an important building like they have done with the Capitol Complex, which is designed by Le Corbusier. But this building is also very important, and the design wise, the architectural feature of this building is very good. The design is very good. The facade design is good, and the setting in which it is put is wonderful. Now we are going down again. You will see that same door in bright yellow color. That is steel railing. Now the dark and light. Just look at the drama. It was main feature of Corbusier's architecture. He would blast light just ahead of the dark. The clear story window. It is allowing enough light, so there should not be dark, as well as there is no need of additional light here. So natural light is sufficient. Wow, nice. What is the name of this tree? पेड़ का नाम क्या?
Symbol.
This is symbol tree. Oh wow, one local person has told me the name of this tree is symbol.
Semmer वैसे बोलते हैं
Semmer. Okay, fine. Semmer. In Hindi they are saying.
Symbol बोलते हैं.
Okay, but okay, in Punjabi they say symbol, but otherwise in Hindi it is simber.
Semmer.
Semmer.
हिंदी
Okay.
में बोलेंगे तो सेमर बोलेंगे.
Right.
वैसे आप हैं किस एरिया से?
This is the famous Corbusier scale of human body. Corbusier man, or Le Corbusier's man. An apparatus which is showing human dimensions. It was drawn by Le Corbusier. So the landscaping has added a beauty to this place. So everywhere it should be done nicely, so that buildings, the places, these look great and more beautiful, I would say. So I guess some school children or college students, they have come here because it's Sunday, it's a holiday here. So a lot of youngsters are there. They are saying it is a science museum here in front of you. Now again the same brick facade with some concrete blocks. Just look at that big tree. I think it's some 30-40-year-old. Many trees in Chandigarh have been given heritage tree status. So the trees which are more than 100-year-old have been given heritage trees status, and there are more than 100 trees in Chandigarh which are more than 100-year-old. And one more is there at Sugna Lake, the heritage Sugna tree of people species. This is also people in front of you. So the kids are going. I think they have done their tour. They have finished their tour. Just look at one thing. How landscaping has changed this place. Otherwise, these are some dull buildings over here, or monotonous buildings here. The scenes is nicely decorated, or a nice landscaping has been done here. So it's looking very beautiful. Just look at this flower. I think is some. No, I'm not sure about the name of this flower, but it's a wonderful flower. It's very beautiful. I will try to capture architecture museum with this flower. These are eucalyptus trees, or that Russian safeda, because it was imported from Russia. These trees were brought from Russia. These are not Indian trees, eucalyptus. In local language, one person has told me they say it safeda because it's white. In Hindi, safed means white, so this tree is safeda, means a white tree. The stem of this tree is white, so they say it's safeda. So that's a science museum in front of you, because it's closed now. The time is over, so I'm not allowed to go inside. One family is there in front of you. They have enjoyed their time here. One thing I would say, that a planned city has a lot of contribution towards society, because it is not adding architectural or planning excellence only, but it is giving many regions to celebrate or to enjoy to the people, to the population who live here, or the people who live in that city. So like if I say about this Chandigarh, you can see many parks are there, many recreational facilities are there, museums are there, big capital complex is there, lungs of the city, the green areas are there, a green belt is there, the roads are nice. So all these things add beauty to the city. That is one thing, but moreover, the people are also enjoying. Their life is also getting better, because they are getting very good facilities for their mental well-being, for their health, and for their creation also. So that is very important. The governments should focus on planning of such cities. So there should not be only one Chandigarh. Actually, every corner of India should have one Chandigarh. I would say better than Chandigarh, a better Chandigarh. I'm remembering my childhood days. The teachers are taking group photos. It's a very good scene. Just look at this sculpture. Three men, they are raising their hands. Corbusier's open hand is depicted there. Natural figures are there, fishes are there. Very good work, very good artistic work displayed over here. Now just look at this trapezoidal building. A long and oblong sloping roof is there. Because Corbusier has designed this city, so each and every building has some features of Corbusier's architecture. So this building block is looking like a Corbusier block. It is also part of that museum only. So the kids are going inside of this museum. One great sculpture is putting outside because videography is not allowed. It's such a great sculpture over here. Wow, what a beautiful sculpture in front of you. One Hindu goddess in front of you. It's a bougainvillea plant, bougainvillea flower. Must be some bonsai. I'm not sure about the name of this bonsai tree, but all of these are bonsai trees. Just small works, but these small works add enormous beauty to a place. Just look at this mural or sculpture. It's placed in the center. Four flower plants are put on four corners and surrounded by pebbles, river pebbles. So just look at this beautiful sculpture they have done over here. Wow, beautiful. So I'm saying goodbye to this place now, and the time is also over. It's 4:45 now. Just have another glimpse of these two places, these two museums. One is the art museum in front of you, and another one is the architecture museum. That is Chandigarh's map in front of you. Guide map of Chandigarh. So basically, this place, there is a Sukna Lake, then a green belt is there, reserved forest is there, and we are somewhere here. There's the museum complex, sector 10. So Le Corbusier he described that greener areas or the green belts, these are lungs of the city, and these act as lungs of the city. That's why this city has a lot of greenery, green belts. So there artificial green belts are created in this city. So now I have come out of this museum. Just look at this road, beautiful road. tall trees along the road width. That's wonderful. They have displayed a tank here, an army tank, an abandoned tank. Abandoned means now it's not in the use. Or I will go to the history of this. Oh my God, it's a Patton tank. Wow, it was captured during 1965 Indo-Pak War. It's described here. So I'm so sorry, it was not abandoned, or it was of a great strategical importance, because it's a Patton tank, a US made Patton tank, M46. It was used by Pakistani army in 1965 Indo-Pakistan war, and this tank was captured by Indian army in the battle of Asal Uttar. Asal Uttar is made up of two words. Asal means real, Uttar means answer. So basically the battle of Asal Uttar means battle of real answer, means the real answer was given to Pakistani army by Indian army at the Punjab front. Now it is restored and reinstalled during 50th anniversary, inaugurated by Sri Vijay Dev IS on 31st August 2015. Wow, so it's a Patton tank. It was used by Pakistani army in 1965 Indo-Pakistani war. That Patton tank was a great tank, and because of this the strength of Pakistani army was tremendous, and Indian army was using Russian tanks. So it was said that Pattons were great tanks, and which were quite superior to Indian T Russian tanks. But in the battlefield, because of greater techniques and tricks, Indian army, they gave a befitting reply to Pakistani army in the battle of Asal Uttar, and as good as 70 Patton tanks were destroyed by Indian army in that battle of Asal Uttar on the western front, means near Firozpur, towards Firozpur, and the place is named as Patton Nagar now, because Pakistani army lost many Patton tanks there. That place falls somewhere near to Firozpur, I mean towards Firozpur. It is on India-Pakistan border, just along the Satluj river. Just look at that dust storm. Look at these two trees. How beautiful these are looking. One person has just got his car over there, and it's looking like a dust storm. He has driven like a crazy driver in that field. You can see the dust. The green belts in Chandigarh are great. These green belts add a lot of beauty which are very good for people's well-being, for health also, alongside adding the beauty to the city. The same Patton tank in front of you, which is captured from Indian Army, from Pakistani Army by Indian Army in Battle of Asal Uttar in 1965 Indo-Pak War. Just look at that road. It's looking wonderful. The road along with tall trees on both the sides. There in front of you is an emblem of Chandigarh administration, open hand, designed by Corbusier. Wow, I'm really mesmerized with this Patton tank. Patton tank captured by Indian Army from Pakistani Army in 1965 Indo-Pak War at place Patton Nagar, now in Punjab, on Western Front, in the Battle of Asal Uttar, the real answer. The Battle of Real Answer. One small model of Eiffel Tower here, they put. Now I'm heading towards another park. Just look at that green belt along the road. Big tall trees on one side, on both the sides, and the grass patch or green patch is there. That's wonderful. It's a wonderful sight here. So here we have come towards an important road, which you can see from the traffic which is ongoing. The good thing about the city is they have everything for everybody, and they have nothing for many. Like the poor people, they can only see these things and they can only think about it, but they cannot enjoy the luxury. They can see from their eyes only, but because these cities are very expensive and to enjoy all this luxury, it needs a lot of money. So somehow I say that poor people, they can only dream of all these things. So cities are meant for rich and wealthy only, and I have seen it everywhere in the world. I have seen it in other parts of the world. The poor people, they can only see the things, they cannot enjoy the luxury. I'll try to cross the road from here. That can be very risky also, but I will try to focus. Let me challenge myself. Oh, thank God the traffic is finally stopped. There must be some red light over there. Let me wait here. I'm heading towards Rose Garden of Chandigarh. Oh, let me cross it now. Let me, wait. Yeah, fine. Finally, I've made it. I've crossed the road. Just look at there. Wow, that looks like an achievement to cross a road in such fast lanes. This is the Rose Garden of Chandigarh. It's evening time here, so people are now coming back. So it looks like I'm slightly late, but my purpose is different. I want to capture the beauty of this place without crowd, or when it is less crowded, so I'm not wrong. Mostly these are students who must have come here on their group tours or educational tours. A thick shade covered with the plants. Finally, I have entered into the rose garden. I'm informed that this rose garden has many species of roses. More than 100, I've been informed, but I doubt actually. That's easier than say, but it's not easy to have more than 100 species of a plant at one place. But let me see. Okay, there's Lovita here. Oh, such a beautiful flower it is. One habit of Indian travelers, tourists, or the families I don't like is they do a lot of clutter. They throw garbage, they throw wastes in the parks, in open areas, in gardens. And that's a very bad sight to see. Just look at that. Oh my god, that's not good. Everywhere we can see greenery, just green patches here. So it's I think it's given a tribute to one Dr. P.P. Paul. As sunset is already done, so sun is already set, so people are returning back. And just now I told you that people, they don't understand the meaning of cleanliness, and they fill the place with clutter, with obsolete things, papers, garbage, and that's not a good thing. I'm not happy with this habit of Indian travelers or Indian families. We must realize that these things are for all, and we should keep them clean, neat. That's a wonderful sculpture amidst this rose garden. I'll try to go. This stone sculpture is by Robin David Popal. Artwork prepared in Invocation Rock Seeds Sculpture Workshop Symposium, which was held here in 2016. Oh, that's a wonderful work, a modernist work. The quarters of roses everywhere, only roses. There's another beautiful flower here in front of you, a red rose. So now I'm sure this place has too many species of roses, and now I don't doubt. Again, I am saying that there is fine landscaping done here in this rose garden. This garden doesn't mean it should have only plants or flowers. It has promenades, it has walkways, it has long and tall trees. Some are young trees, some are very old trees. And just look at the grandeur, just look at that greatness of this rose garden. It's a huge area. These are roses, white rose. One is cream in color or off-white in color. Just look at that tree. Wow, it's a very beautiful tree. I don't know the name of this tree. I'm not sure about the name of this tree. Maybe that is again that Semmer that gentleman told me in that art and architecture museum. Just look at that pink rose in front of you. Oh, just look at the grandeur of this place. It's adding a lot of beauty to the park. Just sitting here in almost middle of the garden. No, it's not middle, it's hardly 1/3 of the garden's area. Oh wow, this rose I haven't seen. Okay, that is magenta in color. Oh, beautiful. Just look at the gradient, uneven surface. So I doubt they have done it artificially. I think they have used the natural landscape, the natural gradient of the place, because there is slope towards this side, then again there is a slope towards this side. Just look at this quarter of roses here.